Friends of the Sea and the shipping industry. I'm Evie, I'm a teacher of English for specific purposes, and until very recently I taught English for business and English for maritime studies at the University of Piraeus in Greece. This channel hopes to give you the chance to learn or just brush up on your English maritime terms. In video 1 we spoke about chartering, charter parties, their origin, the parties involved and their responsibilities. Today we will speak about two basic kinds of ship chartering and the financial responsibilities of the parties involved. There are different types of chartering, each with their own specific characteristics, but the two main types are voyage and time. When we say voyage charter, we refer to hiring a vessel and its crew for a specific voyage or a series of consecutive voyages from the loading port or ports to the discharge port or ports. The loading port, as the term suggests, is the departure port, where the cargo is to be loaded on the vessel. The discharge port is the destination port, where the cargo is to be discharged or unloaded. The payment in this type of charter is called freight, and the charterer pays the ship owner on a per ton basis or on a lump sum basis. The term lump sum refers to one single payment of one large amount rather than a number of smaller payments in installments. The cargo to be carried is pre-arranged. Since the owners remain in operational control of their vessel, they cover all operational costs, such as running expenses, maintenance, repairs, stores, insurance, etc. They also pay for the bunkers, that is to say the fuel expenses, and usually, but as agreed, they may pay for port expenses, canal expenses, taxes, any extra insurance costs, depending on the agreement. The charter, on the other hand, is mainly burdened by the freight, the payment for the hire of the vessel. And usually, but as agreed, for stevedoring. Stevedoring means loading and discharging expenses, in other words, cargo handling expenses. Stevedoring refers specifically to the operations involved in loading or offloading cargo from the ship's holds to the first point on the quay. It comes from the word stevedore, which means dock worker or dock hand, also known as docker, longshoreman or lumper. The charter also covers the cargo dues, specific fees depending on the type, size, nature, weight of cargo. These are levied against the ship for the use of the port and depend on the service required. Secondly, we have time charter or period time charter. This type of chartering refers to hiring a ship for a specific period of time, irrespective of the number of voyages. The ship owner keeps the management of the ship, but the charterer is the one who decides on the port of call and directs the route of the ship. In time charter, we are speaking about delivery and redelivery of the ship and not about loading or discharge ports, as in the voyage charter. The payment is a daily hire and may be expressed as a rate per month per ton. Here the costs are as follows. The owners cover the running expenses. In other words, they're responsible for wages, insurance, classification, P&I, repairs, maintenance, lubricants, and inspection of the cargo, as they are generally responsible for maintaining both the ship in a seaworthy condition and the cargo upon delivery in a good condition. The charterers in time charter cover all the expenses that derive from trading the ship. In other words, they cover bunkers, cargo handling operation, pilotage, towage, port charges, ship's agency, extra insurance, dues or taxes, etc. That's all for today. In our next video we are going to look at some more types of chartering. Until then, καλές θάλασσες!